When I first saw it would look like 3 pieces of plywood. In my mind straight away, ooh, someone could reuse that plywood. Then when he pulled it out, he kind of showed me and goes, oh, this is actually a painting. Oh, is it? Because look, Helen Clark.
We do get to see a lot of the cool stuff that comes in.
It was a gaming desktop PC. And I saw it like first glance, I was like, oh, yep, like this is the goal,
We had this cow collection, cow jugs and like cow salt and pepper shakers and stuff like that, and there was boxes and boxes of them.
There was a coffin that came in. That was very weird.
We just had it like on a table. And I was like, I wonder if anyone's going to get in it and, test it for size or anything, but I don't think they did.
The spectacles, they were very old, 17th or 18th century. It went for somewhere like 8,200.
I just don't know where people get this stuff from, that it ends up at the tip shop.
If you can imagine, if you walk into that shop now, see everything that you see in there. If this place wasn't here, that'll be all up top there, getting dumped.
The mission is to provide resources and encourage resource reuse and recovery while still being a functional business.
Sometimes we have to get into that pit to fish out something that I think may be worthwhile saving.
We care about the environment a lot, but we also care about our customers and we want them to have a good time and be like, yay, I found this thing and it was a deal.
Not everyone wants to buy new and not everyone can afford to buy new. It's important to offer those alternatives that are affordable to people who can't or want something with character or with a history in it. We start at 8:15, have our morning toolbox and share any updates, do our karakia to start the day together.
We always split the day, so in the morning I'll be doing one thing and then in the afternoon I'll be doing another thing, which is nice. It means everyone gets to have a turn at the different sort of roles that we have. There's the person on the till, and their job is basically just serving customers and answering the phone. And then there's the floater, and their job is kind of to be everywhere. They've got to put things away that get priced by the people in the shed. They've got to clean up things, help customers, e-waste sometimes if the people in the shed are too busy to get to that. The shed is just what we call the drop-off area. There's 2 people in the shed, there's the receiver and the pricer. The receiver receives all the goods from people in their vehicles and sorts through the stuff that we can and can't take. And then they'll put that on the middle table and then the pricer will work through that, price it all and send it out in trolleys for the floater to put away.
This is a busy place, So while you're working, you also got to keep an eye out on the environment around you, making sure it's safe.
You can't kind of just like wing it here. You have to have a lot of energy to be able to get through the day.
You're on your feet 7 hours of the day. You're thinking off the cuff all the time. You're lifting. This is not an office job. This is a all-weather type job. The cold, the sun, the rain, the wind.
It's scorching hot in summer and freezing cold in winter, as to be expected when you're primarily working in like a big tin shed.
It might look easy, but it's not.
Sometimes people put quite a lot of pressure on you to take their stuff, and sometimes people just do bring us rubbish and we have to say, I'm sorry, but no one's going to reuse that.
Sometimes people say stuff like customers and things about some negative words, what are you doing and how you're doing it. We just have to be, tough enough to just, leave it here while you go home.
But there's other people who are like, oh, you won't want this junk. And you're like, actually we do, people really love those things. And then people are really stoked that they've managed to get rid of something that they don't have to throw away.
I think people are really intrigued by the tip shop. It's different every time you come in here. There's always different things for sale, and I think the team is really interesting and quite diverse.
It's a good atmosphere, you know, you want to come to work. It's not one of those jobs where you, I've got to go to work. It's, I'm going to work.
Ray is definitely central to the Tip Shop whānau.
Well, everyone calls Ray Uncle, and he definitely takes care of us.
You know, all I want to do is see them grow. And I encourage them, because they work for the council, take any program, take any training you can, enhance yourself, get the skills, you know, because the council does provide that. And not many jobs do that.
I felt like I fitted straight in, and everyone made me feel really welcome.
As a team, you know, we represent the council and we represent the tip shop, so you're not alone, you know, we will stand by you.
Everyone's really willing to offer their help to you because we're all just friends.
Everyone's different, everyone's special, but we all work together really well.